Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Today in this video I am going to tell you how to change the keyboard that you have on your Samsung Galaxy Alpha laptop. As you know guys, this laptop comes with Core i7 10th Gen Intel processor with 16 GB of RAM and 500 GB of hard disk. In my previous video I have already shown you guys how to upgrade the SSD of this laptop to 2 TB. If you have not seen that video guys, I will put the link of the video above or in the description below for you guys to check it out. So for my laptop there are few keys which are not working as of now, so I am going to change the complete keyboard which is installed on this laptop. So before you change the keyboard, ensure that you have a right keyboard with you. So to purchase the keyboard you would need the model number of the laptop. As you can see, the model number of my laptop is NP730QCJ. So ensure that you buy a compatible keyboard with the language of this model number, as other model numbers keyboard might not be compatible with this laptop. I already have purchased that keyboard, so in this video I'm going to tell you how to change the keyboard of this laptop. So ensure that guys you watch this video till the end so that you do not miss out on any important information or instructions that I have to share. Before we move further guys, if you're new to my channel and not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and click that bell notification icon so that you get the notifications for all my new videos. Let's get started. So guys, to do the keyboard change, as you see I have purchased the compatible keyboard. As you can see, it is exactly same as my original keyboard with all the keys at its place. So this is the kind of keyboard that I have purchased for this model. So let's quickly see how to change it. To do that you have to first open the back cover. So let's quickly open the back cover. So let's start by opening the laptop. Ensure that you have shut down the laptop before you are doing any changes. As of now, as you can see, my laptop is shut down properly and it is turned off. So we'll close the lid and flip it over. So there are 4 pads onto the top. Below these pads are the screws that we need to open. So let's quickly remove these rubber pads. These are just stuck there with the glue. So you need to take them out. So once you have taken that out, you have 4 screws which are exposed. Now using the Phillips screwdriver, you have to open all the screws. These are all 4 identical screws, so you don't need to worry about when you replace them. Just ensure that you keep them safe so that it is not lost. Now we need to take the back cover off. To do that, you would need a plastic picking tool. For this purpose, I'm going to use any credit card or plastic picking tool if you have, and you can start working through from the sides on the top. Here, as I have few space here to open, and then we'll pick through all the sides and click it open. Just push it gently. It will come out just like this. So as you can see, my back cover came out. So once you first open the back cover, this is how it looks like. So as you can see, this is a battery connector. That is what we need to disconnect first. In my previous video, I have already shown you how to upgrade the SSD on this laptop. If you have not seen that video guys, I will put the link of the video above or in the description below for you guys to check it out. So let's do first thing first. We need to remove the battery, we need to remove the chassis, we need to remove possibly the cooling and everything. So let's see one by one how can we reach out to the keyboard so that we can replace it. So let's quickly do that. So first we disconnect the battery. You need to lift it up. So that is how you disconnect the battery. So the connector is not sliding. This is lift type connector. As you can see, all you need to do is push and lift. So that is how you disconnect the battery. Now that we have disconnected the battery, let's unscrew the battery. So using the Phillips screwdriver, we'll remove the batteries from here. These are black colored screws which are different from your laptop cover screws, so you can always discriminate between the screws. And this. These are 4 screws, and then gently lift up the battery. As you can see, the battery is connected to this wire, so we need to untie these wires which are connected. This is basically the Wi-Fi wire which is coming through it. So we'll place it back and gently remove the tape. This will help you detach the battery. As you can see, the connection wire was going below this wire, so that is how we need to connect it again. We'll keep the battery aside. You can see this is the connector which is coming out of your keyboard, so that is what you need to change. So we need to remove all of these to be able to access the keyboard, and this is your mouse pad. So let's disconnect this wire, which is your cooling fan wire. Gently take that out, and then you can lift all of these. Let's remove the mother plate as well. So this is what the motherboard is. We'll disconnect the keyboard wire just like that. Lift it and slide it out. Just like this. We'll close the connector. So we have disconnected the keyboard. Now we'll remove the motherboard. The cooling fan. We need to remove the SSD as well. You need the SSD at its place. Most probably you need to disconnect everything. Remove the metal plate. So this side is unscrewed. Okay. This seems like the cooling fan we can remove. I will disconnect the mouse trackpad here. Same thing, lift the lock and remove the cable. We'll disconnect this and we'll remove this part of the board as well. Same thing, lift the black flip and remove the wire. This is connector for the monitor and this is connector for the Wi-Fi. We will disconnect the Wi-Fi connectors just like this so that we can remove the cable. And then you have speakers. It's a lift type connector, so just lift it. So the speakers are disconnected. I don't think there are any other wire other than. We will not disconnect the monitor cable for now, as we are interested only in the keyboard. Now we'll remove this side plate as well so that we have access to the complete keyboard. Remove the metal plate from here as well. There is one more screw. here. So we removed all the screws. We'll remove the metal plate and we'll disconnect this wire. So there are a few things more coming out. We'll disconnect this wire and this wire as well. This is your power cable, and this is another cable that we need to disconnect. We'll keep this aside for now. So that's it, I think. So we need to remove the tapes to access to the keyboard. This is tape 1. Slowly we'll remove the washers and the black covering to access the keyboard. We'll gently unpaste everything so that we have access to the keyboard. You can see the screws are visible, so that is what we needed so that we can screw the keyboard down. So we need to remove the complete cover. This is the insulation cover that we have. We need to place them back as it is. These are double-sided DSTs. We need to uncover it, be gentle, not to break anything, not to damage anything. As you can see, this is the back cover coming out. There are a lot of screws. As you can see, we need to remove all of them. We remove the speaker grill. And then we remove the last part of the cover. Sticking here. Remove the wire. I think this is the backlight. So we need to remove all of these and replace it with this back cover. So let's do that. There are a lot of screws, guys, so ensure that you be careful and do not lose them. Let's quickly remove all the screws, as you can see, onto the sides, onto the back. These are all the screws that you would need. So let's quickly remove them. So guys, as you can see, I have removed all of the screws that were there on the keyboard. Now we'll gently lift it to remove the keyboard. Ensure that you do not damage. If you have missed any, like I have missed one here, you will not be able to remove the keyboard easily. So ensure that you have removed all the screws and lift the keyboard gently to be able to remove it from all the places. As I missed one here, there are many screws, guys, so ensure that you remove all the screws. Do not try to push the keyboard. You might have missed one or two screws, just like I have. So this is the keyboard removal. So this is your fingerprint reader. So that is what it was, and this was your keyboard connector. So this was the original keyboard installed. So we are going to replace it with the new one. So So this is a new keyboard that we purchased. So this is what we are going to install it. It is the exactly same keyboard. So it should place nicely to its place without problem. So as you can see, it fits really nicely to its place. Now we need to put the screws back before we can start connecting things. This is the backlight cable, so that is what it is, and this is your cable for fingerprint, and this is the cable for power. So that is what it was. This is for mouse, so it has all the components laid out correctly. So let's quickly screw them down. So we need to screw each one of them, so let's quickly do that. Start with the sides and we'll finish all of them. Let me do that quickly and come back. So guys, as you can see, I have screwed down all the screws that were there on the keyboard. Now it's time to put down the insulation. So I've taken out the insulation covers from the previous keyboard. Now we need to align it with the screws first. It will align automatically the rest of the things. Stick it just like this so that it stays at its place. It has its pad, rubber pads, and the cable installation guide. So those are all there. So it's super important to install this, and it will also cover the screws back so that there is no static charge or things like that whenever you reconnect the rest of the components onto your motherboard. Let's install the second part as well. So as you can see, I have installed the insulation back cover of the keyboard as well. So now let's quickly reassemble it. We have to do it in the reverse order. So let's put the plate here which was there from before. Just like this, we install the speaker grill at its place. Now we gently put in the I/O ports to its place, just like this. Ensure that your cables are free to install, otherwise you will not be able to connect it to your connectors later. So that is how we need it. And then we put the metal plate onto the top like it was before, and then we screw them down quickly so that it stays at its place. So that is what we need to do before connecting the cables. So let's do that. There's two more screws. Pass it just like this, and we reconnect this. Screw it down. So the side plate is installed. Let's quickly connect the connectors. So first the power. So as you can see, this is the place for the power connector. You lift the lock first, the black latch, just like this, and then you insert the cable, push it till you're satisfied, and then you lock it back. So that is how you connect the power. The fingerprint reader the same way, just like this, and close it. So these both are connected. Let's connect the backlight. Just like this, and close it. Now before we install the motherboard, let's put the sticker on for this keyboard ribbon cable. Let's remove the sticker and stick it onto the back side of this board. So that's what we need to do here. Stick it just like this so that it stays at its place and do not move. Now we will flip back the motherboard that we had, and we'll ensure that the ports are aligned from outside correctly and it stays at its place. All the holes are aligned. So now let's put the metal plate back as well, the way it was installed before. And then screw it down. Ensure that the metal plate is at its place. Let's put the screws back. So your side plate and the ports are now aligned. Now let's quickly put the motherboard at its place. So let's put the motherboard here, installed. Let's put the SSD at its place as well. The other part of the motherboard. And the screw here. Now let's reconnect the cables. So you have first for the side board, let's replace them at its place. Push it slightly so that it stays at its place and then close the flip. That's how you connect it. The mouse, same thing. Lift the lock, insert the mouse cable so that it stays at its place and then close it. Now let's quickly connect the cable for the keyboard. That's how you need to connect. Ensure that you align it properly. Insert it and then close the latch. Now let's quickly connect the airflow. So this is how you need to place it so that it stays at its place, just like that. Put in the 3 screws to hold the air ventilator. The third one. Screw it down properly so that it is aligned properly as well. Now let's reconnect the connector. We need to insert it just like that. So your air filter or air cooler is connected as well. Now let's reconnect the speaker grill. So this is the port where we are going to connect. This is a push type connector. So all we need to do is align the connector and push at its place and it will connect just like this. So we have connected the right speaker grill. Now let's connect the Wi-Fi. This is IPEX connector. So we'll connect it just like that. We'll align it and push it till you hear the click sound. So that's how you need to connect. This is the black and this is the other side of it, which is white. We'll align it as well. This is your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So these connectors are connected as well. So the last thing which is pending is your battery. Let's install the battery. So as we knew that the battery connector is going to be below that white wire. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to align it, place it just like this. We need to align this white wire so that it does not move and stick the 2 tapes just like that. Let's put back the battery screws as well so that it stays at its place just like this. There are 4 screws. So these are the screws which are installed. Now that everything is connected, this is the time to reconnect the power cable. This is also push type connector. So we'll align it and push it. Just like this, your battery is connected. So this completes the install. So let's quickly cover this up. All you need to do is align your back plate as it was before and then push it. From the fronts and the sides. So once you have pushed it correctly, it's all in its place. Let's put the 4 screws from the sides. And put back the rubber pads. Just like that. Just like that. And your keyboard install is complete. Let's look, how does it look like? So as you can see guys, my keyboard looks as it was before. This is a new keyboard. I will quickly boot this and test all the keys if it works. So this is it guys. This completes the tutorial on how to install the keyboard onto your Samsung Galaxy Alpha laptop. Battery, you can change the side plates or the connector ports, and change the ribbon cable, change the monitor, things like that. So I hope you guys like this video. If you guys like this video, please do not forget to hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I will try and answer as soon as possible. If you're new to my channel and not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and click that bell notification icon so that you get the notifications from my new videos. Thank you guys, thanks for watching, and clear skies.